leaving religion. The purpose of the videos is to get you to think. Turn your brains on and think. And use logic and use reason and realize that religion is fake. Alright, for this video, even though I said all of that about religion, I will mention it, but it's not the gist of the video. Today is June 1st, 2020. And what is going on in the world today? Aside from the fact that, you know, earlier this year, Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash, which was breaking news and astonished the world. Right after Kobe Bryant's death, untimely death, we hear about the COVID-19, the coronavirus, and next thing you know, we're in a worldwide pandemic, leading to many of us in the U.S., the only place I've been, to be quarantined. So people are not traveling to different countries, and we all know that. We all know this. And now, I just did a video not long ago about, Barthon John, when he got shot in his home by a police officer off duty. And I did the video about Ahmaud Arbery, where he got shot in, Brunswick, Georgia, while jogging by the McMichaels. So no sooner than these things happen, other things are happening. And then what's the next thing that happens that blows up everything is the death of George Floyd. With the police officer with a knee on his neck for about 8.5 minutes, while 3 other officers are right there present, saying and doing nothing to stop this. This is where we are. Now, before I get into the video, let me first say a few things. We got the Leaving Religion page on Facebook. You can join that if that's what you choose to do. The Leaving Religion page. And I also have to give a shout out to my peoples with my shirt. This is the shirt I choose to wear for this video, okay? And this is from my man Mo Jazz, his wife. They do the shirts. And that's, what is that? Laura's Creations and Designs. Laura's Creations and Designs. I will put that information on the screen and in the information. So if you want to get one of these shirts, if you can take the heat, then wear the shirt. But for this video, this is the shirt I'm wearing. You know, I promote my shirt, but I also promote other people's shirts. I do that as well. And even within our circles, we gotta have certain things going on right now, and I just rather stick with the major things that are going on right now in the world. And what we're dealing with is a serious race war. It's like we're saying enough is enough. Enough is enough. And this is enough. I can understand 4 trained police officers. You handcuff a man with his hands behind his back. 4 grown men graduated from your police academies, been working. 4 grown men are intimidated by a man with his hands handcuffed behind his back, laying on his stomach, lying on his stomach. If you are that intimidated, guess what? You're in the wrong business. And even though they charged the one officer for the death, for the murder of George Floyd, all 3 of them the other 3 should be charged as well for standing by, allowing this to happen. What are you murdering the man, or are you detaining the man? Which one? Are you murdering the man, Or are you trying to detain him? Because at the point where he's telling you, I can't breathe, and the man is putting his hand on the police cruiser so he can better position his knee on the man's neck and sit there, I mean, he's comfortable. What was going to be the outcome of this? Please tell me, what was he thinking to be the outcome of this? Because the only thing that happened was the fake paramedics showed up. Paramedics don't show up wearing belts with guns and mace and bullets with bulletproof vests on coming out of the ambulance. Paramedics don't wear that. My son does that, and they don't wear that. What paramedics y'all got now that look like police officers, badges and everything on them, with guns on their hips, with looking like Batman? It took 4 days to arrest this man, in which the country, aside from the pandemic, you got people can't pay their bills, can't go to work, stuck in home. We just finally opened up some stuff, and on top of that, this is just this is like the straw that broke the camel's back. And on top of this, we're watching, and they're telling it, get off of the man. So you mean to tell me over a fake, what was it, a counterfeit $10 bill caused billions of dollars in damage? Is this where America is now? And now Donald Trump, who helps absolutely nothing, the worst president ever. And I don't want to hear him speak, because we are guaranteed when he speaks, he will say something stupid. He will say something that would add fuel to the fire on both sides. He will say something that will add fuel to the fire for the racists and those on the other side of the racists. Anytime you had that whole alt-right thing happen and you say there are good people on both sides, but you don't put the fire out, you just make it more fires. Here's a fire here, here's a fire here. You don't put it out. He's too stupid. He's too stupid, too narcissistic to understand what's going on. He's stupid. And let me say this before I forget. You know how when a president is on his way out, they do a lot of executive orders and they release people from prison and do things and what have you. Presidents do that because, especially if you had 2 terms. I'm not trying to run anymore, so I'm gonna do some stuff. What will this arrogant president do if he's not reelected as president, which I hope he's not? What will he do from November to the beginning of January, the inauguration? What will he do? Because he doesn't care about the American people. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. And this is clear. He told all those people he was going to make Mexico pay for the wall. Then who had the government shut down? Was it Mexico? Did Mexico have that government shut down to save all that money to start this wall? Was it Mexico? No. It was us. Us. Mexico didn't. Mexico, look, Mexico didn't pay for the wall. We paid for the wall, which the next president, I believe, will not finish it and say, in this foolishness, for this man's ego and whatever mental conditions he has, it's just stupid. here we are in a situation where I mean, you know, we how many times have we seen these videos? We think we have proof. We have the videos about them killing yet another black man on video, and it's just a video. Sandra Bland, right? And Michael Brown, and we go down the list, right? We could go down the list, and we're thinking that we have a video, so this is proof. And they look at the video, and they're like, well, you know, the officer was doing what was within his, you know, what officer can do. But we know that's not meant. Look, that they had that black officer, a black police officer, accidentally shot and killed a white woman. And those are the polar opposites of the spectrum. Polar opposites. Now please let me clarify, this is not a racist channel. I'm just speaking truth. I'm speaking reality. Now, and we know from what was it, I can't remember the name of the movie. The guy made the same movie with the same title about Nat Turner, right? And the movie that they made back then was to make it look like black people were violent. They were rapists and what have you, because you know when you you have enslaved the people for 400 years, and now you let them go. But then you have different laws, and you're telling them that, oh no, you can't own guns. So we're not equal. We can have guns during the war with someone else, but after those wars, give us those guns back. We can fight for this country somewhere else, but when we came back, you still got to come in the back door. You can't drink from the same water fountains. Can't use the same bathrooms. You got to give up your seat for somebody. This is the country we're dealing with. I can fight for you, but you won't fight for me in the same country. This is what we're dealing with. And then I used to hear people on my job, and it irritated me, like the crime rate was always high with black people. It might appear that way when you have laws that appear to a certain people according to their skin color. That law is for one people but not another, like I just said. So you can drink from any water fountain you want to. But if I drink from a water fountain, I'm breaking the law. If I'm out after a certain time, that's breaking the law. If I look a person of another color in the eye, that's breaking the law. Really? That's breaking the law. And we all know, not we all, I can't say we all know, forgive me for that. But some of us know that when slavery ended, the prison system started. The NRA started. The KKK began shortly after, but that's when these things started. So now we can't have slavery, but we can have a prison system with laws that only apply to who? Them. Them. This is America. This is America. Let's be real with it. This is what it is. This is what it is. And if you believe in truth, no matter what your skin tone, you need to stand up for what's wrong. This is not about, I'm not dogging any white person that watches my videos. Any Latino, any person from India, any brown skin, Mexican, Latin. I'm not dogging anybody who's watching the video. Let's talk about what's happening. Because many of us know during the civil rights age, the blacks under Martin Luther King, they got all the water hosing and the dogs sicked on them, got beat and what have you, only for everyone else who it didn't happen to come in and jump on the civil rights laws. You didn't receive any of the harsh treatments, but you got all of the benefits. And then when what's happening is happening to these people, you don't say anything. What is this hair? Get out of here. You don't say anything. You get the benefits, but don't. What's the story? with the character in our old nursery rhyme, not or old story, was making the bread and asked everybody, "Do you want to help me make the bread?" No, I'm busy. I can't help you make the bread. You want to help me make the bread? I can't help you make the bread. No one wanted to help make the bread. But when she baked the bread, and it came out smelling good, everybody wanted a slice of that bread. But you didn't want to put in the hard work to make the bread. And that's what's going on. You don't want to help make the bread, but you sure want a slice of that bread. 2, 3 slices of that bread. But when we say, can you help make the bread, and you want to help make it? Well, if you couldn't help make the bread, then help to stop the things that are destroying the bread. Help. Say something. And like I said in my other video, I'm not saying this going to happen, but the white church people need to speak up. If you believe your Jesus is all about this equality, there's neither Jew nor Greek, no slave nor free, male nor female. If you believe that, then where are you right now? Where are you right now? Oh man, this is, I mean, and then, you know, this on May 30th, Saturday, May 30th, my youngest son got married. So I was at his wedding, a pandemic wedding. Everybody's spaced out, a pandemic wedding. I got to experience a pandemic wedding and reception. And I was so happy for my son, he got married, you know. And at the same time, in the city of Atlanta, I didn't know it, they were rioting. Because I know my daughter was like, one of my daughters said, yeah, I saw the police there and all this, they were rioting, not rioting, they were protesting what she saw. And she hit her horn or whatever. But on the way home, I saw these police cars lined up on certain parts of Atlanta, on the interstates. I didn't know what was going on. And they was like, yeah, they was tearing Atlanta up. And I was like, I had no idea, because I was at a wedding and a reception. So I didn't know. Then somebody was like, yo, this is going on like in 100 and something cities, over 120 cities, this is going on. I was like, I had no idea. But the bottom line is, see, people are tired of this mess. They're tired of this mess. We got to keep watching videos of black people getting killed on camera for no good reason. No good reason. And then they make the victim the victim. They make the victim the victim. Well, you know he had got suspended in high school. So that means he should die. Well, you know he had something on his record. So does that mean he should die? You know he was looking in a house while it was being built. So that equates to he should die? No, not at all. That's foolishness. See, people don't understand is that people can only take something for so long. They had slave revolts back in the day. A lot of them that they don't mention, the biggest one they mention is Nat Turner. And, you know, he did the slave revolt, but it was many more others. They just mentioned that one. You can't keep doing a people wrong and them not retaliating. Eventually they're going to get tired of it. And when the tables turn and it turns into, and I'm not advocating anything, that's my disclaimer, I'm not advocating anything, and I doubt if I get a whole lot of monetization on this video, but monetization on this video. But if the retaliation turns into retaliating against the police officers that have done the wrongs, then the tables might turn. When a police officer figures, if I kill this guy, then they might come after me and my family. then maybe they might think twice. Because you know, anything in history, if you want peace, peace never comes from peace. Peace comes from war. Peace is birthed out of death. Always. Did somebody just say, hey, I got an idea? What? I want to make something called the Amber Alert. So when a child goes missing, we send out a text message to everybody's phone about the car and the make, whatever, so that way we can have a better chance of finding out where that car is and saving that child. That's a great idea. Great idea. But did it happen that way? No. It took for a child named Amber to disappear in order for them to make the Amber Alert. Yeah, I worked in a warehouse, right? Many of you here, if you worked in jobs like a warehouse, you can always see there's a problem. A floor is not level. Something is off. Something where someone might get hurt, and the employees always talk about it. Until someone gets hurt. Then we had to have a whole meeting about it and a whole bunch of set of new rules about it when we told you about it before anything ever happened. It always takes for somebody to get hurt or killed before the rule goes into effect on a job. We told you that was there. We told you that. And you ignored us. Now someone's got hurt and you might be looking at a lawsuit. Now you want to fix it. This is how it works. Always somebody got to get hurt or die before there's change. That's what I'm saying. Am I saying I hope this happens? No. I would like to change. I would like to change when Kaepernick was on his knee rather than the knee on George Floyd's neck. Y'all didn't want to deal with the knee then. Now that the knee has caused all these problems from a police officer, now we're ready to talk. A $10 counterfeit bill has cost probably over $1 billion in damage. A $10 counterfeit bill. How did he get it? We might not know now. We might not know now. Why? Because he's dead. Eric Garner dead over selling loose cigarettes, overselling loosies, as we call them in the hood, loosies. Overselling loose cigarettes. His life, Trayvon Martin, and people talking, oh, he had got suspended in high school and he had done stuff. So that means he should be dead. That means he should be dead. So he did something, and whatever he did, that means he should be dead. So no life was taken, but you're cool with him being dead? When you support shit, when you support things like that, you're showing your true colors. Because if it was your child or your family member, you would not be cool with that and make excuses for that. You would want some damn results from that. You want some justice from that. That's what you want. Making excuses when he got suspended in high school. I got suspended in high school. And I'm a law-abiding citizen. I broke into a school with some friends when I was younger. Was on probation. Did 60 hours community service. Never got in trouble again in my life. I was 15 years old. I was young and stupid. That's the thing about life. Life works backwards. Life is so backwards. When you don't know anything, you do all the stupid things. So by the time you know something, Everything you did when you were stupid now affects you getting something later in life. That's a jacked up system. I was young and dumb. Young rhymes with dumb for a reason. I don't steal anymore. I don't do that. I was young and dumb. When you make an excuse for somebody being dead and they killed no one, they harmed no one, and you're justifying the person that killed them, you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. You are. Because there's no reason they should be dead. None whatsoever. I had my cousin call me today. My female cousin, one I call my baby cousin. And she just wanted to vent to me because, like many of us, you get tired of hearing Christians, even family members, making excuses about God. Here we go. Here go the religion part for y'all. Here's the religion part. Well, God knows what he's doing. God is still in control. People, they telling me this the last days. And like I said, it's been the last day since the first day. You had day one, and they were screaming last day ever since. They were screaming last days for how long? Every time something changes, the last days. Every time something changes, it's the last days. The Christians are making up excuses for their God who does absolutely nothing. And the answer is so clear today. Why? Because your God does not exist. Your God does not exist. Does not exist. Does not exist. Does not exist. It's in your mind. That's why your God can't heal anything. Your God can't do anything. Your God doesn't get you a job. No. I remember one job I lost. I got laid off. They laid us off on a Thursday. On my son's birthday of that year, which the date I won't say. And just so happens one of my friends called. What's up, B? What's up? Yeah, we're all good? Yeah, what's up? I said, man, well, I'm looking for a job. My job laid me off. He was like, really? You need a job? I said, yeah. He was like, all right, I'm gonna hit you back. I was like, all right. He calls me back a little bit later. Look, go to this place, ask for this person, who ironically, his name was William Jones also. Ask for this person and what have you, and that's how I got the job. Boom. Now, did God have something to do with that? No. If I hadn't known that person, I wouldn't have got that job. That's how that worked. God did something. God never does nothing. Whenever you connect the dots, it's always something that you did, somebody you knew, somebody who did something. It's not just out the blue. And if it's out the blue, it's just too random to say that it's somebody who cares about you. Now, here we are now in the pandemic, where everything, I guess, is we're opening back up because they got to make their money, right? They got to make the money. Churches are still doing online, which shows they're totally useless. all they're good for is collecting money to feed somebody at the top. Really. Okay? They're useless. They're useless. The whole thing goes down this. We got a whole race war going on right now. And don't get it twisted. You have white people who are like, this is wrong. You have Amish people protesting, this is wrong. And I saw this shit. You had the witches saying, this is wrong. And for some reason people think witches are bad people. Witches are not bad people. Witches are people. They just don't line up with Christianity. From what the Christians have been taught, they think that the witches are evil, but you don't know. Somebody writing about loud music. They just don't believe that. No different than Satanists. Don't mean a Satanist is a bad person because you label them a Satanist. Because I know in that group I'm in, with all of those Christians that claim to be not asleep, I ain't saying no names, those Christians that claim to be not asleep, if you're not asleep you are, they are some mean people. They will violate you and won't even apologize. They refuse to apologize because they feel like you're less than a person because you don't believe in their God. How do you know what's wrong? By what standard do you declare that's wrong? So if I broke in your house and stole your stuff, then how do you declare that's wrong? How do you declare that's wrong? Right. It sways their way because the religion has blinded them to whatever. The same people that don't want to admit that the KKK are Christians. They're not real Christians. If you had all these fake Christians, guess what? If you call every Christian that you didn't agree with fake, guess what? Your Christianity wouldn't be here today because that's how they got here. They got here by murdering people, by torturing people, by forcing people to believe what they believe. That's how they got here. They didn't get here by preaching the love of Jesus and showing miracles. They showed the miracle of we will kill you if you don't submit to us and believe what we tell you to believe. That's how that happens. The KKK got the cross on their outfit. Killing. They're smart enough to wear the mask, whereas the alt-right were too stupid. They're the young KKK. See, the old KKK, like, they stupid. They got their faces on camera. They're getting kicked out of colleges. Their parents are cutting them off. Why? Because you showed your face. Don't you know how this works? You wear a mask. You wear a mask. Because why? Because I'm a judge. You. I'm a police officer. Me. I'm a district attorney. Me. I'm a congressman. Me. I'm a senator. I'm not going to show my face. Why? Because I matter in these decisions. And I'm a Christian. I make the decisions and I'm a Christian. But I'm not going to show you my face. Because why? Because social media, all this stuff today, I'm not going to show my face. That's how it goes. And I'm glad to see other races finally like, you know what? We're tired of it too. Because we was super tired with the Trayvon thing. Matter of fact, let's put it into perspective. How mad were white people when O.J. Simpson was found not guilty? How mad were white people when they said, James Simpson is found not guilty back in like 94. How divided back then was the country? How divided back then? That was the pre-Obama election era. Because you had a lot of white people, I'm not saying all, they were upset like he did that. But I was like, he went through the same system that those people that killed Emmett Till and got off went through. He went through the same system that a lot of people went through and were found not guilty. But the difference was, it was flip-flop. It wasn't a white person getting off for killing a black person, which happened all the time because the judge was a part of the group that was involved in it. It was a black man, and y'all had set the system up. We got cameras. Things have changed now. This is before social media. This is the pre-social media, leading to the social media. But they were upset about that because it was like, he did that. And I was like, I wasn't there. I wasn't there. But he went through the system that wasn't set up by him. He went through the system that they set up and beat it. He beat it. Did he do it or not? I wasn't there. I don't know. I don't know. And that's why all of black America, when OJ got in trouble for going to trying to get his paraphernalia and pull the gun, all of black America was like, oh my goodness, don't you know that now they're going to charge you with the maximum of all of your little charges based on the fact that you beat the other charge? Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. For those that are old enough to know this, we was like, forget it, OJ, you stupid. You stupid. Because those folks are going to get you now. They're not charging you for what you did now. They're charging you for what you got away with. We knew that. He didn't know that. I'm not black OJ. Okay. We knew that. We knew that. America's all about race. And anybody, I don't see color. We don't need you then, because this is all about color. It's all about color. Donald Trump came in, it was all about color. Latinos are cool when they building his stuff for minimum wage or less. They cool when they building his stuff for minimum wage or less. But when he's trying to run to be president, then now somebody, oh, we gotta get rid of him. We gotta get rid of him. And on that note, why would you want a billionaire? How could a billionaire or a so-called billionaire, even multi-millionaire, represent you? How can a person who got $1 million loan from their father represent you? Did you get $1 million loan from your father? If you got $1 million loan from, or gift or what have you from your father, how have you been living your whole life? I know right now gas is $1.59 a gallon at some of the places around where I live, $1.59 a gallon. Do they know that? I know that a gallon of milk is going to be around $2.59, close to $3. I know that. Will they know that? Do they know how much eggs cost? They wouldn't know these things. Why? Because they don't live like that. You got a man that has $100,000 on a $100 million jet. He can't relate to you. Now, me, I know that. For some reason, people living in trailer parks and lower class and what have you, for some reason, when he said, let's make America great again, which he patented or trademarked that after Mitt Romney lost, did not have you in mind, but you are a voter. So he had you vote for him, but never helped you. Even Dave Chappelle said his specials on Netflix. He didn't help you, he helped me. Why? Because I'm rich. Dave Chappelle is black and rich, so the things that Donald Trump did promoted the rich, even though he ain't black. Because the majority of the rich are going to be white, and of course you're going to get some black in there, but y'all people that voted for him, he ain't showed you nothing. In 4 years, make America great again. Here we are in a pandemic now with rioting and everything else. And now he's talking about the governor need to show extreme force on the protesters and call in National Guard and take... Now these are the same people that voted. Now you want to... They're American people. And now you want to be hard on those same people, but they're American. But do you realize all of those people rioting are not black? They're not. We're in a total mess right now. We're in a total mess right now. I don't know how long I've been talking, but I'm going to go ahead and end this video. We're in a mess right now. And I don't know if people know, like when you had World War I, smash everything together, and then you see what falls. And they had they had the United Nations, they had the United, I can't remember the name of it, they had the United what have you. That didn't work. So World War II smashed it all together again. We got the United Nations. And we have been contemplating World War III for a long time. Now World War III, to me, what I'm saying could be more virtual than physical, because now we're all online. We have when you pay bills, you pay them online. Your money is not cash money, it's online. The World War III could be a totally different war. It doesn't mean that World War III has to be soldiers shooting and fighting. All that Vietnam War stuff, we don't do all that no more. This could be a totally different war. This war is something totally different. And then all the Christian people, oh, the mark of the beast. If you're a ruler, you think totally different than the subjects. So this is something even back then, they've always wanted to know everything everybody's doing. That's why the Catholics have confessions. Father, I have sinned. What have you done? Well, I did this, I did that, blah, 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 blah. They've been doing that. That's not prophetic. It just makes sense. So that's not some Bible stuff that makes Jesus real. That just makes sense. And that's what they're doing. So as I end this video, you know, the whole George Floyd thing, is just crazy. It has set off a race war, which doesn't mean that white people and other nationalities are not on the side of the black people protesting, because they are. Wrong is wrong. And when you got a president coming in and they say he hasn't made an address about it, don't. Because we know with a certainty when he speaks, he's going to say something wrong. don't speak. Don't speak. We got the dumbest president ever, the worst president ever. And I'm sorry if you don't like that, then leave the channel. I don't care. But he is just stirring up things that don't need to be stirred up. You don't help anything. You don't speak with any intelligence. And if I have any advertisements on this video, ads around it, or what have you, that y'all see, let me know about it. Because I know this video won't be monetized like talking about it, but this is, I gotta put this out here. But if you see an advertisement, let me know what it is in the comments. Please let me know what they advertise in the comments, if any. And again, Laura's Creations and Designs. Okay? So with that being said, look at here. I'm out of here. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.